Welcome back. I am Mike Still. This channel is all about languages, learning languages, and using languages to better understand different countries, different cultures all over the world. This is part one of a new series, Learning Japanese, Zero to Japanese, not sure what I'm going to call it yet, but today is day one. This series, it started a few weeks ago when I decided I would like to learn a new language. Those of you who have seen my channel before will know that I speak Arabic and I've learned Arabic, and I decided a few days ago to ask you guys to choose for me a new language. So I asked my YouTube audience, which language would you like me to learn? You voted in your thousands, had thousands of votes, and you guys chose Nihongo. Is that right? I don't know. Japanese. You chose Japanese. So this is day one of learning Japanese. And this series is going to take me through, I'm going to make daily videos about my journey from zero to Japanese. Every day that I'm studying, Monday through Friday, I'm going to make a new video just sharing with you my progress from that day, or lack of progress, whatever the case may be, and talking about what I've learned, sharing with you some words, any difficulties in kind of the struggle, the pronunciation, the vocabulary, the grammar. This is just day one, so I've got about 24 hours to report so far. I started yesterday, did a bit of work yesterday, and I'm going to share with you what I've learned so far. This series, will be 30 days, and we're on day one, and I hope that you'll kind of come along for the journey. You can expect videos every day. I'm not going to be skipping any days. I'll be doing Monday through Friday. I'm going to be live streaming on Fridays. And I think with that said, let's talk about the first things I did. So yesterday, I decided to begin my journey by basically creating a load of folders on my desktop. So I'm going to really go in the nitty-gritty of things. Like, I don't want to leave any detail out. This channel is all about languages and learning languages and how I go about it. So I don't want to just kind of skip to, oh, did I learn this, and this? I want to talk about it in every detail. So the first thing I did, I made a folder called Learning Japanese, and I made myself 30 just little like notepad documents, like text documents, very simple. And on those documents, I've got Japanese daily vocab. So starting today, it is Monday, 20th of May, 2019, and today's first daily vocab I started kind of writing yesterday. So I like to keep a very close track on what vocab I'm learning, and that allows me to kind of monitor my progress as I'm going. So that's the first thing I did, okay? I'm going to open up the vocab now so we can take a look at what that vocab was. And from this dialogue which I found, which was from NHK World, Easy Japanese, which we'll come back to later, I've got a list of about 30 words/phrases. Now, I'm going on the basis of 30 words a day, because over 30 days, that's like, okay, 900. It's about 1,000 words. I would like to have 1,000 Japanese words in my vocabulary, in my head, by the time I finish this 30-day series. So I'm aiming for 30 words a day, and just making these files, these text files, is a really easy way to compare yesterday to today, to last week, to next week, or whatever, and see your progress and see how much you're learning day to day. That means that in like 2 weeks' time, I can flick back to day one and be like, look at all these words which I was struggling with so much, like Kori wa nan desu ka? In 2 weeks, I'm hoping that I'll be able to look back on this and just think, oh, of course that means, what is this, apparently. So it really allows you to monitor your progress, and it allows you to track and see that you are actually making progress when actually you might think that you're not. Do you see what I mean? So this is my list anyway. Good morning, I have ohayo. Excuse me, sumimasen. No, iya. No, informal, nice to meet you, hajimemashite. I'm Mike, watashi wa Mike desu. Mike desu. I'm a YouTuber, watashi wa YouTuber desu. You can just replace Mike with YouTuber. I'm Mike, watashi wa Mike desu, watashi wa YouTuber desu. Nice to meet you. I've got yoroshiku onegai shimasu. I hope that's good. Leave a comment. Please give me feedback about my pronunciation, because this is as much for you as it is for me. I would love this to be like a two-way, a three-way, 1,000, 100,000 way thing where we can all kind of compare our journey together. So I'll do that one again. What was that? Yoroshiko onegai shimasu. That's one that I struggled with. That's like a 9-syllable way of saying nice to meet you. In English, we say nice to meet you. And I'm told that yoroshiku onegai shimasu means literally I am looking forward to having good relations with you. So it's a bit more than nice to meet you. It's like kind of a bit more enthusiastic. Kochira koso means nice to meet you too. And sayonara, when I was in Japan with my sister a couple of weeks ago, we learned this word in a video we made, and I learned it as sayonara, and I've discovered that there's actually a little accent on the o, so it's sayoran. I'll try that again. Sayonara, sayorana. So you put the emphasis on the sayonara. What is this? Kori wa nan desu ka? Thank you. Arigatou gozaimasu. You're welcome. Do itashimashite. Yes, that's right. Hai, saw this. No, that's wrong. Iie, chigayamasu. Japan, Nihon. Japanese, Nihongo. Where is? Doko desu ka? A is B. A wa B desu. So A is B. I am Mike. Watashi wa Mike desu. Watashi is the I. Wa Mike desu. And the wa and the desu are like particles to kind of make the sentence a full. Kori means this. Kore. Not sure. Please leave a comment. Kore and kori. Miso is water. So if you say, is this water? You can say, kori wa miso desu ka? Now, ka is a particle which you add on the end of a sentence to make it into a question. So, kori wa miso desu ka? Kori wa miso desu means this is water. Kori wa miso desu ka means is this water? Question mark. So ka is like a particle. I know what you're thinking. I've learned a lot in day one, and I really feel like I have, but let's just finish this list. 3 more. Okashi, sweets. So these are sweets. Kori wa okashi desu. And are these sweets? Kori wa okashi desu ka? So that's what I've learned so far. And the reason I went through that is just to give you an idea of like what I'm learning in each 24-hour period. I'm going to be spending my free time learning Japanese. Obviously, I can't just spend like 24 hours a day learning. I need to sleep anyway. And actually, when you wake up having slept, I feel like the words have kind of solidified or crystallized in my head. If you know what I'm talking about, please back me up, because like I really do feel like you learn them in a day, you put them in, and then it's not until like the next day or maybe even a couple of days after until they're actually in there and you can say them clearly. So that's my vocab list. Now, what did I actually do to get to a point where I was there? Like my techniques for learning these words. I wouldn't say I've even learned all of those yet. There are about 30 words. I think it's actually slightly less, maybe 25 or something. So I'll try and do more like the next day. But basically what I do is I found this dialogue here. I'm going to play you a bit of it now. So hopefully you can hear it clearly. So this is NHK World, fantastic resource. And I actually used to use NHK World when I was learning Arabic. Many years ago I discovered NHK World. They're really good for languages. They do all different languages. I even found a Persian one yesterday. And this is a course that they've made for English speakers learning Japanese. So I really hit the jackpot when I discovered this, and I was like so excited yesterday afternoon when I was like, this is like a gold mine, because this is going to save me hours of trawling through different YouTube videos and different courses here and there. And some of those words on my vocab list, which I just shared with you, those were from YouTube videos. And I've been watching a bit of anime, I've been watching some like Japanese TV shows. There's lots of Japanese TV shows on Netflix as well. So I've been using all sorts of resources. But my actual methods for learning. So I listened to this, I'll play it again. Hajimemashite. 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 Now, if you can remember well, if you've got a good memory, you will remember that hajimemashite, I almost forgot basically. So I had to look. Nice to meet you. It means nice to meet you. And what I will do is I will read this word in English. I'm not even coming on to the alphabet yet, the kanji and the other one which begins with H. But I will hear this word in this dialogue in context. It kind of follows a dialogue where, you know, you've got people traveling around the world, meeting each other and greeting each other. So, hajimemashite. I probably spent 10 minutes yesterday just repeating this word again and again and again. Hajimimashite, 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 hajimimashite. I'll look away. Hajimimashite. I'll look back at it, read it. Hajimimashite. I'll look away again. Hajimimashite. Look back. Hajimimashite. And I will literally do that so many times until the word has no meaning. Not that it had really any meaning before, because I'm learning it as a new language and I haven't really got the full context of it yet. But hajimimashite. Hajimimashite. 5 syllables. Now, my first impressions of Japanese is that I've got mixed impressions, and in the last 24 hours I've been going like this, like between this is amazing, I'm going to learn so much, I can really make amazing progress and I'm going to be fluent in 30 days, right down to like, what have I done? All these words sound the same, I can't even say that sound, and this is going to be embarrassing for me because I've got thousands of people coming on this journey with me and I'm going to make no progress. So that's the kind of like, right now I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm positive. I just really want to study and I don't want to get left behind, and I'm like, I want to use every hour of free time that I have to study. I'm in that like exciting beginning stage when you've just learned a new language, you're just starting to learn a new language and you're just like, I just want to study all the time. I want to consume Japanese audio, I want to consume Japanese video, I want to learn words, I want to speak it, I want to sit in my room going hajimimashite, 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 hajimimashite. And that's the kind of way I'm feeling right now. So, hajimimashite means nice to meet you.
私はアンナです。
The girl in this skit is called Anna, and I kid you not, I've been waking up in the night and like, watashi wa Anna desu. It's like right now it's the screensaver for my mind. Like if I stop thinking about things, I just have this voice in my head like, watashi wa Anna desu. That's how much I've been listening to it, like again and again and again. Now I say I've spent a few hours yesterday and this morning kind of studying this, but this whole skit and all this vocab came from like a 30-second segment. So take a few hours and think about how many times in a few hours you can listen to this segment, and it's a lot. Watashi wa Anna desu. I am Anna. If your name is John, watashi wa John desu.
はじめまして。
Hajimimashite. So I think she said it back. Hajimimashite. So she's, first of all, the first person says hajimimashite. Watashi wa Anna desu. And then the person responds hajimimashite. Nice to meet you.
さくらです。
Sakura desu. That's like a less formal way of introducing yourself. Sakura desu. Her name is Sakura. So you could say Maika desu if it's not the watashi, which is like the I. You're not emphasizing the I. It's a bit like in Arabic, you'd say Anna ismi Mike, or you could just say ismi Mike. You don't need the Anna. You don't need the watashi. So you just say Maika desu or Sakura desu, which is what she said.
よろしくお願いします。
This is the bit that I struggled with the most, and this was the point where I was really kind of finding a bit of difficulty. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Now that I've heard it, I can repeat it and I can say it again. And before I even go to saying it again, like I explained earlier, where I'm sitting there going hajimimashite, 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 I'm listening to it again and again and again on repeat. I've got VLC player, nothing fancy. I'm just clicking. All right, it starts 11 seconds. Click, click. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Like I can go back now to I think about 9 seconds or something.
よろしくお願いします。
Yoroshiku onegai shimasu, and I'll go back again. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu, yoroshiku onegai shimasu, and a lot of it is muscle memory. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. There's no particularly difficult sounds in Japanese for an English speaker to pick up on. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. There's nothing too difficult until we get to like the sounds, which we haven't come to yet. So I don't want to drag on too much about this, but that is basically my technique. Like my tips would just be to keep it simple, and that's what I'm trying to do. Like I talked about making an actual file with words each day, and there are so many resources and so many different places to start, and I've had people, really helpful people, coming to me, oh, watch this course, get this course, watch this video, watch this show, watch this, kind of recommending courses to me. But my number one tip is just keep it simple. If you find a good dialogue like I have here, just use it and stick with it. And if you're learning 30 words a day, that's good. If you can remember those and you can come back the next day and go Japanese to English, English to Japanese, and vice versa. I tend to mix it up. I normally do Japanese to English because that's easier than going English back to Japanese again. Then that is my tip. Just keep it simple. if you get lots of different resources, it can get very, very confusing. So keep it simple. Try and be consistent. Yeah, a few hours a day is good. That's pretty much it for now. How do I feel about this series? Any final thoughts? I'm excited. I really am looking forward to kind of seeing my progress or lack of as we go through. I'm looking forward to reading your comments and having your messages on Snapchat and Instagram about like tips and shows I can watch. But this is just day one. This is the beginning, and I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow in day 2. Sayonara. Bye bye.